Alright, welcome back, guys. Episode 6, long layoff. Missed you guys. Whole crew back here. How's everyone doing? You can see no haircuts. No
I'm not going to show my hair because I'm confused. What I saw you guys.
I spent it.
I'm embracing it. I'm embracing my black locks. You know, my start natural hair block for black men. You know. Black hair doesn't have to be cut short to be accepted.
Lucky when you have this.
Shout out Jeezy.
Shout out all this, bro. So what's it?
So yeah, COVID is phenomenal, man.
Nice. Yeah, it's been. I think it's just.
Like I've used the time to do some. Like I've enjoyed the time off. Like I've learned to do.
Yeah, work has been nice for one.
Worked on personal things I want to do. Part time for that.
Have you phases?
Cooking. Yeah.
Have you guys had phases?
Yeah. There was our running phase. The Nike run stuff. We used to share our run times.
For like 2 weeks.
That blew out for like 2 weeks.
That got really competitive.
Running around VGC.
But yeah, I'm back now. I'm back. I'm in the run.
So you whipping something in your snap?
Yeah, chefing off. What was it? Chefing off. The cooking journey.
What have you been cooking?
What have I been cooking? Wow, pasta obviously was in Nigeria, man.
I don't think I can make pasta.
Chicken.
Guy those guys chicken spicy chops all the vegetables are just.
Yo, you know why people
It's just
legit don't spice their
lit.
chicken?
What?
People legit don't spice their chicken. Like the first time I saw that, you guys, you understand.
I did that chicken video where it's like.
No, I went to uni and this babe made chicken. Just put it in the
Yeah,
grill. You saw, don't put it on the grill.
Just a frog.
It's
Like, I mean, I knew it was. I don't know it was. They just didn't spice it as much. Literally, like,
the boy that
professional.
boiling white.
Nah. Now to give her these strips that you stick on the chicken. Now grill it with the strips. The seasoning now cook into the chicken.
Oh, wow.
That's what she would do. Right now, she would marinate. Whoa.
But have you guys been like, how cautious have you guys been throughout? About just like protecting yourself, gloves, masks?
That's not the series as well. But I leave the house. So every time I leave the house, I still have my mask, my glove. But like I started leaving the house a little bit more before I goes. Because now I'm just getting bored and restless. Like,
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'll leave the house and just take the precautions.
Yeah, like especially when I'm not used to being back with my family. I'm so fresh. I'm used to be by myself. So this one that they're literally always around. Fuck, man. It's just a lot. Like, you know what I'm talking about. It's just a lot. But I mean,
Been a lot of enforced
I
bordering.
love them.
It's like
That's the moment.
time you wouldn't have for any other reason. It's just a shame it's
Like this.
been
I got my mom to
enforced.
start Sopranos, so I'm really happy.
No, you did.
Yeah. Because
How is it going to feel as a Liverpool fan winning the trophy in an empty stadium? And is it safe for Liverpool to win the Premier League because of all the chaos that will ensue?
It's safe.
I feel like I know what you
public
mean.
health.
Public health.
Denied in the league for public
It's not
health.
in interest. It's not in the
Because-
public's interest for Liverpool to win the league.
I agree.
Because
Every-
how I feel about it, because we're coming from like null and void, like it was sounding serious, not that it was an option. So now I'm just happy that that's off the table. That might be my foremost concern and whatever. But how it to be when we win without the fans. Personally, like watching it on TV, it's still gonna be vibes for me. Like I'm trying to see my players hold the trophy and they're gonna be just as happy. Like when Leicester won the league, even the Jamie Vardy party, that was lit as hell. Like they were going crazy. When I watched that, I got goosebumps watching that now, and I'm not even a Leicester fan. So yeah, it's gonna be the way. And people don't seem to care as much as Corona as they should, and they should care more. But like people are in the streets every day now, so I think the streets are still gonna be packed.
Pushing that agenda.
Exactly, and Boris doesn't seem to care about
Almost
Corona.
died and they came back and said, yeah, guys, let's go.
Yeah, Boris literally almost died. I said, you guys can, don't worry. So
Yeah, it's not that deep.
yeah, so the streets are going to be packed still, and yeah, it's going to be good vibes still. Can't wait to this dog. That's how I feel about that.
Oh, fuck's sake. That's gonna be disgusting.
Yeah.
My dad is still trying to go
Yeah, you
to
should.
Liverpool for me.
That's going to take me now. Let's go. I trying to go with Oh, you should go. How about you guys, man? You guys so good. Get some culture.
Look at this break.
The real football club.
They call me Liverpool as the Beatles, bro.
You guys have for top 4?
Like, who's finishing 4th? I think United will do it. But 3 points behind Chelsea, I think we'll do it. I think we'll do it.
Yeah, back
Only.
Do you think I will go French or Sheffield?
Yeah. They'll turn up.
Yeah, like you're saying, it's top
I
five.
think even
top
Leicester
five,
might tail off, man. I won't be surprised if
But I
Leicester.
think they should. No, don't talk about the top four.
It's not that many points, you know. Like
I
gas
was
is
very, very
good.
surprised. Because they're actually better than us. Like they've been better
Are
than
they
us.
still better than
Well,
I don't see what I've changed since I
they're 5 points clear.
Pogba and Bruno?
Okay, they're 5 points clear.
Rashford.
You know, I have
We're
my doubts
taking-
about that. We had Rashford before. But you know how my doubts about Pogba and Bruno. I don't like that fit.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's still attacking. I like it when Pogba is the most attacking midfielder in a 3. And yeah, he's not. And we don't have Makalele or Kante or Mikel or.
I think the concerns are valid. I just think the talent will be overwhelming.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's the case.
I think it'll work.
I'm hoping that like
I think
serious.
Pogba and Bruno are actually like
Really good.
two of the
Yeah.
best.
And they're very.
I think with Pogba and Bruno, United will create a lot of score, but it's just the structure around. Like, I don't know if it's sudden enough. Like when you're going the other way, like the centre backs are under. Like I think you
That's been
can see a
our
lot of
problem. Our
goals.
problem hasn't really been conceding; it's been scoring. That's
Mm.
what our issue has been: breaking down the smaller teams, like
Breaking down, exactly, and that's why I think
Defending
it will help.
pretty well.
Yeah,
Breaking
like-
down the
But
smaller teams.
we are defending City with
Same,
Pogba
yeah.
and like now maybe it's working because Fred, Scott,
Yeah,
and these guys are
understand.
just willing to work.
it's just about balance. You know, you have
Yeah.
to do we go too far in one way.
Yeah, you
too far
might
another way.
tipping in the other way. You know, thinking the back might be a little
I
exposed.
think with players and with our players, I think it's also about buying and enthusiasm. I think
Definitely.
Pogba and Bruno, if they're committed to making it work, they can both do a little more.
I mean, we saw Pogba at the World Cup.
Yeah, like they can do it. It's just how much they buy and how long they buy it for. You know, they can buy it for a game or two and then tail off.
And it's
So it really depends on that.
like it's not the movie the most attacking if you've ever seen. We've
Yeah.
seen it's just
Pogba and Silva.
and then
Yeah.
only like we'll see. Sure, it's interesting.
Only
It's
that's another
interesting.
question mark.
Very interesting.
Okay, what else was happening? Champions League. Well, last time we got to the conversation that time.
I
Who do
think
you guys have from Champions League?
Atletico.
Mm.
That's my little pick. Dark horse.
I don't know if they have the firepower.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of
Winning,
a,
knocking Liverpool out is huge.
this is more of a
Statement.
I want to be right if it happens type pick, you know? Like I wanna say that yeah, I saw this coming. But I do think it can happen and there's no favorite.
Yeah,
I go for Bayern. I want Bayern to win.
I want
yeah,
Bayern.
but that's I want to happen too. I
So
don't
Lewan Ballon d'Or?
I want Bayern
No,
to
if
win, but I
Bayern
feel
win the
like
Champions League.
Yeah,
Ballon
you
d'Or,
know
sure.
that.
I want Bayern to win, but I feel like they look good and all that, but Koeman and Gnabry, like I
Gnabry's
don't know,
good,
like
though. I
they're
Koeman,
good, but
Gnabry,
I don't know
Gnabry.
if they're.
I don't think they're good enough. As in, it's open to they can win, but I don't.
think
Like,
Gnabry's
if I had to really stop and think of the favorites, if that's their front three, I'm
Like-
not. Like their whole team, apart from Lewandowski, no one is.
Nah,
really
true now. Kimmich is
Muller is playing well.
Kimmich is
Thiago is good.
unbelievable.
Kimmich is good.
Yeah, Kimmich
But-
and Lewandowski are the two that are like
Entire
Yeah,
team.
but-
yeah. The rest
But
of
they
them
also
are-
have the benefit of this has been the team for a while.
they're
They play together for
and
a
there's
while.
this
They have
Donny.
confidence.
I don't trust Boateng
Oh,
and the
yeah.
high
But
levels. Boateng and Alaba,
They
the
can
center
play-
back, like they're just things
Lucas
that.
Hernandez can play one. I don't know if
He's
you know
been injured,
that. I
though.
don't know if he was on bench last day.
So it's like there's just too many things that are not
Do we think
proven
Julian
and
can-
set in stone
Of
for
course,
me.
of course. But Sarri, I don't like that fit.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Sarri, I don't know.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Ronaldo has to do a madness.
Who else do they have? Dybala.
Mandzukic,
So-
and Higuain is still picking starts.
Pjanic,
Pjanic. I don't know. It just seems.
Ramsey. They seem. I'm not that confident in them this season.
The French do the right thing by ending the league early.
The French league.
Yeah, did they do the right thing?
That's the question.
no,
No, I don't understand why they all did
they rushed, they jumped the gun.
I think
Now
I
everybody else has started. So
Yeah,
you didn't
Was
know.
that smart? Is that smart?
I think so, cause like
How
you said,
stupid can it
like
be?
professional football, like if people are going back to work, like this probably gonna be one of the safest work.
Yeah,
like
like-
precautions that we put in there. These players, like the Premier League, before they started, they were like,
It's definitely worth the shot.
Yeah, I
Your
know.
normal job, they're not going to test you this well.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can test these guys every game.
Over and over
So,
again.
I really don't know.
It's
I
like
think
the safest
also
place.
it's an acknowledgement of the fact that people don't really care. But what does that mean for PSG in the Champions League and Lyon?
I think they said they wanted to. They definitely want to stay in
I
it.
didn't think
but-
about that. I
Because
don't think
PSG
about
has
some
due
something
to
about that.
Oh, I mean,
They
they
don't
can't
be
force
dormant.
them out. They have to
Just be
stay.
dormant.
So if PSG stay, Lyon has to play the second leg against Juve.
But then how do I even do?
But they have
fitness
this
if your
fit
feet
and all that
is-
stuff. They might not wait.
Yeah, they're
That's
preparing
really
for the
bad.
Champions League.
That's
But I think
Well, they
that
have
be
a
why-
nice friend.
domestic cup.
that be why
So
the
the
Champions League
domestic
is so-
cups in France are still going, but
maybe that's why the
Like,
Champions League is in such a
going
small
and
period,
going.
because I think the round of 16 is over 7, the finals are over 23rd. So it's very, you can play quarterfinals 1 week, semi-finals next week. So it's like a
Because
game
before,
of
you know,
week
you see
is
that
like-
like 3-week gaps and
A game of week is
it's like
over.
the summer tournament. That is actually going to be so much fun.
it can be very exciting. Just Champions
2 weeks of Champions League football.
It's going to feel like
It's
a World
literally playoffs.
Yeah,
Cup. It's going to be like a World Cup.
yeah, this is because we get to the playoffs in
Next round.
yeah.
This could be something actually.
Who's gonna step up? Who's gonna own the playoffs? Who will be the best in the playoffs?
Yeah,
My God.
City are 2-1 up on Madrid
Something for me.
with an away goal
Yeah,
for their defense.
go do something for us.
So, Messi.
Set him. Enter his heart.
Oh man.
God,
I
can
need
you do
that.
something for me?
It's going to be crazy.
If Messi mistakenly picks this champs.
Wow. It's done.
Anyway, let's not talk too much. By mistake.
Who else is left?
Take Griezmann there.
Juve, Bayern.
Napoli and
PSG.
Barca are playing.
Napoli,
Juve, Bayern,
Barca.
PSG, Napoli,
Barca,
Barca,
Atletico. Have we said Leon?
We said
City,
Leon and
Madrid.
Juve. We said that. City, Madrid. City and Madrid are both together. Actually. But Madrid are man.
Do you see
No,
that
no,
English
man.
Chelsea?
That's the question.
Chelsea go.
Flogged up Bayern. Even they're not out, they're basically out.
Yeah,
They're not out,
it was
basically.
a bad first.
Yeah, I know they're at home.
Now bring the business on again, didn't
No
he?
one talked obviously.
Okay. That's
And he
that's
has
what-
got two
Odds are, man, it's got 46
Yeah, this top scorer is
probably scored.
I love them to win the Ballon d'Or.
I love that. And yeah.
Nah, nobody should know.
He's been the best player in the world up until this point. Nobody is.
Nobody has been
out
this
like
consistent.
what?
Whoa.
I like it, let's start 2 jobs.
Like Grealish.
Nah, I'm kidding. Yeah, it'll be good for him. It'll be nice. It'll be nice validation for him not going to Madrid, staying at Bayern, toiling. Like it'll be nice, I guess. But I'm fucking with Jones, man. I don't really care about them.
It's foolish.
Okay, yeah, someone in the
Bye.
right. We talk about the middle. Oh, we did. Okay.
Let's just give them. Actually, no. Messi, Ronaldo fan. Probably lose that.
What do you guys think Sancho is
Think
doing?
how crazy that would be. But it would have gotten late. It would have been like
Before, sorry.
I mean, there is
Messi
many
Ronaldo's
people.
final. Oh yeah, it has already happened one, and it might be late like Pacquiao and Mayweather. Messi Ronaldo final now. Like they've been trying to set that up for years. They're always in the different semi-finals and different people just spoil the party.
That was especially when it was in Madrid and Barca.
Yeah.
You
What do you think
guys know.
Sancho-
Like when
When
Dortmund
Sancho goes in,
and
Bayern
Bayern ruined
now
the
makes
cup.
money.
It embarrassed both of them.
Sancho, it's really like you really don't know. Like he's good enough that anybody can
We already
do.
discussed Sancho in the first.
Oh no, we didn't. No, we didn't.
He said we discussed transfers. Okay,
Yeah, we
yeah.
discussed Sancho.
Okay, yeah. Alright, sorry.
It's
Yeah, Sancho.
I really don't know. I don't know. You can blink. I can see him at Madrid. I can see him at City. I can see him at United. I can see him at Chelsea.
Oh,
I get the vibe he wants to come back to England.
Why are you talking to me?
I just asked the question. What about Liverpool?
You're not spending any money.
I get the vibe he wants to come back to England.
No, man.
Yeah.
Our owners are actually
He's young
pretty
enough
now.
to. He's young enough
Come
to
and
go
go.
and.
Oh, the lineups are
How old is Sancho?
Walker,
Like 19,
Garcia,
Garcia.
Forte, Mendy,
19, 20 maybe?
KDB, Gondor,
Wow, that's a
David
legend.
Silva, Mahrez,
No Aguero.
This guy has
Some
come
of these people's
a
predictions have done.
This guy. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Wow.
shit, yeah.
Wow.
Mari.
Mari Mustafi.
Tierney is.
Guys are giving us hotel.
Obama.
Nketiah.
No Martinelli.
No Pepe, no Ozil, no Martinelli, no Laka.
You guys
He's been a very young
trying
man.
to get slapped
On,
up.
on his Kyrie, big deep. That'll be interesting. I'm excited for him.
Anything that's
He hasn't
happened.
been that much. I guess there hasn't been that much.
It hasn't been well.
We're going over now, by the way. So.
Well, okay.
For the Babylon Ronaldo combo.
We're gonna cut.
But yeah,
maybe it's relevant.
I'm gonna keep a good chunk of that Messi Ronaldo.
Yeah.
It's funny. Also, you stood in front of the camera, look.
Yeah, that has to go.
I stood in front of
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know, but as of when I stood up, I literally thought we were not using any of that.
No, what me, I was
use
looking,
that.
I was like, I saw me having on film.
You can use that for sure.
I was like, I'm so happy we have this on film.
Okay, use the whole thing.
You can use the whole thing.
Just don't cut out where I talk about how you do cash.
Oh my god.
I was so left field, I was like, what?
And if you go on that,
Become with the rest. I was like, how?
I was supposed to get about Messi Ronaldo, and they always say no, the couple has been dead and done for me. No, I didn't fight you people. Because I know how me and Shopsy will come up in convo.
One day to come up.
How Shopsy and I feel about Messi, it will come up in convo on film.
You don't need to plan it.
You have to plan it.
So,
I'm just waiting by the time episode 6 we got there.
And
I was everything like 15.
Yeah,
6 we got there, what time?
the clutch angle was a good perspective as well.
From
You got
that
like
perspective, bro,
6,
there's
7 minutes out of that.
there's a different word for clutch than there is for greatest, and there's a reason for that. Clutch will automatically equal greatest.
of course.
So the one you can be the clutcher, that's the business.
Let's run it up.
But that's not really the argument, man.
No, but when you say Ronaldo, you get the newest.
See, the thing is, at this point, Ronaldo has not tweeted BLM. So it's like, you're arguing me with too much energy for someone that is not motivated to have that member. You're not shouting at me, but I don't really feel like shouting.
Like you stood up
But there are a lot of friends. But I'm not frustrated. I know the thing, I told you before we started that Anna is like, you said I'm not consistent. I said no, because you guys are too annoying for me to go and join your side. Like,
But
you guys just irritate me.
then you should have. Why did you allow us trigger you to sleep? Ronaldo sleep. You should have not said, yeah, you guys
The
are
two of you are
right.
shouting. No.
Or you could have dismissed it now.
I tried to, you didn't stop now, and you were too doing it and shouting. I even turned and I started watching the TV, you didn't stop. So of course I went to Since apparently the first one has been 100 games since the last game.
100 days.
Yeah, which is longer than the off season usually is for players.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. But think about it, season ends in May and starts in August. June, July. Yeah.
What month are we in now?
We're in June.
So
yeah, this is longer later.
February. What's February? No, March. That's also
100 days. Yeah,
wow. Yeah, it's been tough. So we're gonna have another break.
So I'm wondering, like, are guys gonna? This is longest layoff for a lot of guys.
That's why they need 5 subs now. They're bringing in cooling breaks and all that stuff. But players are worried.
I thought the cooling break, I was shocked. But I
It's a shame that at least the Premier League title is out of. Because it'll be interesting to see.
You see what difference this will make, I mean.
So I guess we'll see with top 4 relegation.
Yeah, relegation. I was saying how the no fans might be good for teams in relegation struggles.
How do you think?
Because this guy was saying that the pressure of fans during a relegation struggle, it gets so intense, like every touch is so high stakes. So he thinks teams like Villa might benefit from not having their fans.
Wow. So you don't think momentum support?
I think because like Villa, like they actually have a big fan base, so like Villa fans are quite expectant. So it won't be like small club. Okay, we just want to stay in Premier League. It's been like
You better know.
yeah, it's like
This is their first season back, right?
yeah.
And they want to keep Grealish. Well, is he staying? Is he going?
It's gonna be hard
Who
either.
really wants him apart from United, who are rumored to want everybody?
Yeah, that really makes sense to me at this point. Now that we've got Bruno.
Yeah, we don't. I like him, but I never thought.
Grealish, Pogba, and Bruno. Really want that in starting midfield? That's not.
I want Grealish.
Yeah, the man you got. Yeah,
I have him in my squad definitely. In and out.
Actually, I like him.
First 11.
I mean, and that's where you go to be in and out when you're winning leagues. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, remember having another league.
What else? Black Lives Matter.
I'm not signing.
That's been the big thing on the news. Apparently they were saying something about all the players who
What do you think
Black
about
Lives
that?
Matter.
What do you think about that? About the Black Lives Matter replacing the names? Yeah.
What do I think about that? So that's just, I mean, they're trying. I don't.
Yes.
It's corny. It's very.
I
corny.
felt like.
I'd rather hear about a donation or we need more black managers.
Yes,
Do
I
something
mean, that's
like
a
that.
big conversation.
What is that about? How many are there now? Right now, is there a black manager?
I look at Chris
Is that
Hughton.
not right at Perm?
I don't know. Chris Hughton got sacked last season after keeping Brighton up. Kevin in the Premier League got sacked for Graham Potter because they want to play.
And then my issue maybe is more. Actually, it is a big gesture. The whole Premier League wearing that. It's a strong message.
So it's like even if some individual players might think what they think,
Yeah,
as a
the
Premier
Premier
League,
I think it's big. I think my reservation is: do we think the FA and British football do well on racial issues?
No, I don't think England as a country. But that's it. And I mean, football is literally just another product of my country. Like it really is just.
I don't think they
like
do well
everything
at all.
else.
Yeah, like so it's a
Like I
cultural
was
thing.
thinking about
We
we
started.
were talking earlier. Yeah, we were talking earlier about Rio and Anton, and how John Terry racially abused Anton. He was found guilty of it. I mean, they stripped him of the captaincy, but he still went to the Euros and everything. And it's like it's really swept under the rug. Like people, John Terry is still.
Yeah, highly praised. It's not even.
And John Terry speaks English. This is not swear. There was no language barrier, or he didn't know it wasn't cool to say. Like we called him a little black cunt, and
Very, very, pretty much.
Like it's not even a stain on his.
it's not his thing. Yeah, it's
People
not.
don't bring it up. They do not. It's
Yeah.
not brought up. It's John Terry slept with. John Terry is a terrible human being.
Then so.
He's a terrible person.
So Campbell talking about how Phillips is not getting jobs. I think it
Yeah.
was.
Black York as well, can't
Black
get
York,
it. Said he's called everyone, he's got
Actually,
recommendations from Sir Alex Ferguson, and that's not enough to get the job.
These
I
guys,
never-
an invincible, a treble winner. Like these are guys that have guys that done nothing in this game have jobs.
Yeah.
And you think what's the difference? Why does Frank Lampard deserve a job more than Sol Campbell? Like Sol Campbell is that tier
Yeah.
of player. Like
And
if
it's
Frank
like-
Lampard can retire
yeah.
and get an automatic job, there is no reason in the world for Sol Campbell to not retire and get an automatic job. Like
Lampard's already managing Chelsea.
Lampard is managing Chelsea, and Sol
But
Campbell
only
can
Like,
get
you guys
Only-
you guys
Sol Campbell can get a
Champions
Brighton
League.
job or something.
Like
It
who's
makes no
feels?
sense. Like.
A championship club, you can't get.
So honestly, I think it goes back to even in football. Like people have been speaking recently about experiences in A levels, blah blah blah. So and I know in sports, everyone, or not just in sports, but in general, everyone has one side or the other. But did you guys experience pseudo? Because in football, there's so much like sly racism. Did you guys experience it?
I don't know. I experienced obviously the most blatant ones, where you don't make a because you're fast, or fast. Of course you're fast. Shit like that. But like, But like, I don't think I didn't experience it in the refereeing. I don't think, but I don't know if I was just not aware at the time.
I actually read more comments from teammates, coaches, opponents.
I mean, they only compare it to black strikers.
Yeah.
I don't know, is that racist?
But that's the thing, like I
Every
don't
black
know.
striker would drop that.
If a white guy comes to play basketball, and he's the only white one, you're really good. I assume you might want to compare him to another white player. That's not necessarily racism. I think what is racism is when they start making assumptions like, "Go on, you're really fast, or you're stronger." Expect you to be stronger than everyone and faster. Do you get? And then also, I think a big problem in sports is, and I get this from black people a lot. People don't trust black people.
Yeah, in the smart positions.
Yeah, so centre back and centre mid.
10 and yeah. Yeah.
You know, I was thinking England, like,
NFL.
I can barely think of black English centre midfielders. I see them in other positions, but centre mid, I can't.
Delph,
Yeah, Delph,
Are you
Gomez.
going to learn? I mean,
Whoa,
And Delph is who you're saying is tough, man. And there's so many.
look how hard Oxford to fight.
Yeah, Ox has been moved out.
I know
by
the guys
Brian
were mentioned in the
back.
mixed race.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ox, Daly,
Delph.
apart from Delph. But Delph barely broke into any of those things.
Yeah. They had a good season at Villa, and that was it.
And that's interesting. And I think, and what is that? Is that a coaching thing? Is that a...
I think it's just when you're young, no. You mean you want to play centre mid? No. Stick him up front. Stick him on the wing.
Play with him, run,
Yeah.
chase, like, just the...
Because I feel a lot of football is nurture rather than nature. Like you have the outstanding ones, but when you're in that system for that long and you change your position early enough, like if you have enough of the baseline talent, you can master that new position. That's all you. If
A black
all you
player is
play
more
one
athletic.
position.
They might, that is something we have to, naturally. I mean, look at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Like, so maybe that is a thing.
Yeah, but I feel like that can only be a bonus in these positions because when you have somebody
look
who
at
can
France.
think on that, look at France.
Yeah,
Look at
and
think
all
on
black
that
midfield.
level.
And I love what they did for racial
Yeah.
in France.
Look at France.
Viva la Revolution.
Like, when you can
Pogba,
add
Kante, Matuidi.
that athleticism
Yeah,
to the
Adama.
mental side, why wouldn't you? Like, it's just a bigger advantage.
Like even speaking of like subtle racism, I've always wondered why Dwight York and Andy Cole weren't more celebrated. Like,
Especially
the Indian strikers
I've been thinking about that.
in treble winning team.
Especially Andy Cole is more than like Andy Cole. What 100
He's second. He's third.
He's really high up in the top.
He's third.
Yeah, and
He's not
Because after Aguero, he's higher than Aguero. Aguero went above Henry into fourth or Lampard, but he's still. So it's Shearer, Rooney, and Nicole.
And like it doesn't get spoken of, but did you know Defoe is number 8 in Premier League?
I knew he was top 10, but that was only because I liked the food. Like
And you're right in the top 10 too. No, you're right.
I think he's criminally underrated.
Yeah, no,
criminally.
But then I think about that. I think racism, but I also think England had a lot of really good strikers. They had Alan Shearer as well at the time, so everybody was getting.
But they picked
Fowler, Owen, Gary Lineker, like
Lineker was long.
yeah, but it was around.
Okay, but
right?
No.
So who did we just say now? But Cole, Defoe, Wright. How many World Cup appearances they have between? You can't tell me no.
Andy Cole is a joke, and not just in terms of his England appearances, just in terms of his general perception of his career. No one speaks about Andy Cole. I hear some and it shows. I don't get it because he backed up the biggest team in the country. Like it wasn't like he was playing for Leicester, like he was playing for United. He scored 34 goals in Prem. Like I'm pretty sure one Prem was before it was 38 games.
It's because he was underrated striker in Premier League.
Yeah, it's just crazy. One of the world was underrated players third.
We were watching Chelsea and I yesterday. We were watching something on the goal scorers. It was Ian Wright and Jermaine Defoe when they were going through their goals. So we're thinking of, and they seem to have a really good relationship too. So we're thinking who are the other like black British players, and who are the best ones of all time.
I mean, the best one to me off the top of my head is Rio.
Yeah, that's one too.
But you have some good ones. So Ashley Cole is a very big shout.
You don't talk about it.
Ashley Cole is a very big shout.
Ashley Cole was a lot.
I feel like he was
Cole
for
might
10
be.
years.
He's top 2 left backs.
Yeah.
Him and Marcelo are my 2 left backs of all time.
I agree.
Actually, who's the competition? Okay, Carlos.
Evra.
Andrew Robertson coming through soon.
I can put him in there.
But to me, Ashley Cole was. I always
Ashley Cole was.
I'm out of time. I said it was nice. You know how I love my defenders. I said it was like my 5th best player of all time. It probably wasn't, but that was how highly.
Yeah,
that was.
Is he's the best player in the league?
Yeah, easy. You gotta shout at his before my time, but
for me, definitely.
Yeah,
Arsenal and Chelsea. Champions League.
Talk about it when.
Who? Trent.
No. Oh, Trent is good.
Trent's the best.
Yeah, Trent's
British right back of all time.
I can see
Definitely.
that. He doesn't have to be British.
As
British competition.
He's the best black right back in.
He's one of the best young.
And when conversation came up, I believe that Daniel Sturridge is the most gifted English player of the generation.
Oh my God!
Not Blackpool.
I think
Yeah.
player.
I think the competition really is. There's not that much competition.
Wayne?
I won't put Wayne in this generation. I'm thinking how old is Wayne? Sturridge is like 27. Wayne's gone.
Sturridge
28. He's not 30.
I think you'd be surprised.
I think you'd be surprised.
Or maybe
I'll be surprised.
Like
I was very surprised the story was not 30.
He might just have some
Sturridge,
but he's not.
He's Rooney's gen now. Rooney's not 30. Okay, Rooney's gen now. Rooney's 35.
He's not Rooney's gen. I'm not sure he's 30.
I mean, okay.
1989. 31, fair. But I'm thinking the generation. I was thinking more like King, guys that were young.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
He's 6 years older than Kane now.
I was King.
4 years younger than Rooney.
I was King.
Do you think Kane like 25?
King.
It will be the same. The gap between him and Kane will be like the gap between. It will be more. It can't be Kane's generation. It's not even Rooney's.
Okay, fair. It's not bad than Kane, but I think he's more gifted than Harry Kane. That's it. Kane is. Well, Kane's 26.
Kane is.
Alright, 27.
If injuries don't get him.
In a few weeks, 27.
No, isn't that okay? What's it, July? Okay.
Yeah, 27 in a few weeks.
She kept the hell out.
So it's 3 years younger than.
She goes to Madrid. I want to see him go to Madrid.
Sorry, just 31.
When did something low?
I want to see King go to Madrid.
He's turning 31 in like a month or two.
You don't see King go to Madrid? You should.
I really don't think that. I feel like he's good enough. I feel like British players don't do that enough.
I want Lewandowski to go to Madrid.
And it might be late for him.
He's speaking.
Speaking, yeah,
do you want to get them at their peak or just before their peak? Not that Madrid care, to be honest. Madrid get them.
Who else were we thinking of? So Campbell, obviously.
Yeah, no, we're talking about British, aren't we? They don't have many.
Oh, they don't.
Oh, black British player.
Yeah. I can't think
That
of any.
really make it.
Real fun.
Zaha is a really good.
He's not British anymore.
Well, okay, so for the national team, who are the ones who have won games in the national team?
Tyrese Vassell.
Daniel Sterling.
Sterling.
I can't believe he's from Bahrain.
And Sterling
Raheem is
is
a good guy.
I think Sterling is going to be in the all-time conversations like Rio, Ashley Cole, Sterling.
Yeah.
He's good at this. He could be the best.
And the way and his emphasis on it as well, I guess.
And then he puts in a lot, and he's putting a lot. Oh wow, the time.
Yeah.
Rashford.
Oh my
OBE,
Oh my god.
I'm so proud of that guy.
Yeah.
What is that?
I can't believe he's done that.
He's such a driven.
He's just so
smart,
yes.
That's why I
mature
think
young man.
he's going to be G.
Yeah.
That's why he's going to be G.
Because I know he has enough talent and he's
Yeah.
going to put in the work.
The work.
And he's just like he's a leader. Like I want him to be our captain soon.
He wants to be a captain. Yeah.
Not now,
He
but
could be your captain.
Who's our captain? Maguire? Yeah. I don't. Who else can Pogba maybe for a few years if he
he's
ever?
not going to be. But speaking of racism in England, I always try to explain to people how. So do you see what Lampard said about Pogba?
No.
Okay, that was a fair criticism. Like you're talking about things he could do simpler as a player like him. Sometimes he overdoes things and drives him crazy because of prayer. Like you can criticize Pogba, no one's saying you can criticize Pogba. You criticize him and I was like, you know what, fair enough, you're right. What Graham Souness and the rest of the media are doing is an example of how of the embedded racism in English football, like language and stuff. They asked one guy the other day if he'd hire a black manager, and he said something about if they got what the club was about, blah blah, and they were fit for the culture. That's just coded language. What do you mean they get what the club are about? Like it's just a way of saying, oh, you're not like us, so you're not going to employ you, without actually saying it. Yeah, like get what the club about is so vague. Like we want to.
Yeah, I've always felt like in England when you go for jobs, when they say they want to see if you fit in with the culture, what they're really saying is like if you can fit into like the lad culture and you're not too black that you can like understand the things and like
you don't mind
be white enough really.
Yeah, you're not whitewashed enough in your personality.
Yeah, because like why shouldn't it be about your football knowledge and like your motivational skills? Why is it about your culture?
And that's also something you can't be held to account.
Hiring a new manager.
Exactly.
And it's also something you can't really be held to account on. Like it's vague enough that no one can argue.
Exactly.
Wasn't it fit for the culture? What does that mean?
Exactly. You can't pinpoint what exactly you're talking about. It's just so vague.
Do you think it's getting better, worse?
I mean, we'll see. That's
gets better.
The movement is this.
I think
big
the spotlight. I feel like visibility and the spotlight is so important. Like, that's why the jerseys on the back, like, that doesn't seem performative to me because it's just a bigger spotlight and all that, and that can only be good. So like the conversation is happening so much more now. Like,
I feel like, I guess you have a lot of people who aren't that deeply racist, so it's not like they're almost flirting on the edge, and then the realization can tip them over, which I guess is fair enough. But I just feel like this is something you feel like, it's something you feel or you're not, like if you're racist, you're racist.
I feel like Black Lives Matter, watching it on TV is not going to convince anybody. But I feel like it being on TV can create conversation around people that can educate you. So I guess you're in the barber shop now with a white man, it being on TV now can just create this conversation. So just the fact that Black Lives Matter is right there, you're going to say something about it. And that's the conversation. So more conversation are just bound to happen because it's right there.
I also think the louder the support is, the more you have to tuck in racist views. So if you see like all the big corporations and all the favorite players are pro this, it's kind of even more ridiculous and radical
to be against it. Exactly.
Like, who are you? Like no Premier League manager can come out and be against it. So it's like, where do you draw?
Like you have to be careful the way you speak now, but you know everybody's looking at this and it's important.
But does that change who you are? You're just being careful.
Then I mean, be like how you are. I feel like be how you are. I think really to do that. Just don't oppress people with this. So that then, if that's what you do in your house,
Yeah,
like,
basically,
I don't
you
care
have
what
to
you do in
hide
your
it.
house, just don't bring it to the public and be oppressing people with it. Like deep down in your heart, that's your business.
Yeah, and you can't change everyone, I guess.
Yeah,
Fair enough. I guess we'll see.
How do you think COVID is going to affect someone's business?
It's so weird because your hand clubs, like the Bayern players, apparently they're fuming at the board because they want to cut their salaries. They're talking about spending money on Kai Havertz. So like, there's either money or there's money. So like, there's going to be a lot going on. Any
Like
team
when you
that's
see your
like-
man tells you no money for salary and buys the car.
Exactly. And like even for Liverpool, like earlier in the period we're going to follow the star. Then they reversed the decision because of the pressure.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's going to be hard for you. You're about to follow stuff, but now you're about to spend that much money to improve a team that's already good.
You know me, I'm
So
always
what
in
you
the
saying?
camp of- I'm always in the
Anyway,
take money
United
from-
don't know where they have money, so I'm not going to listen to him.
United what?
They're always yelling they have money, other one doesn't matter. So
But
better
like
buy
people might not want to sell their players because it might be harder to replace them. So like business might just be hard to do.
I
that.
think
So
you know, I
United
think
might
for
be
smaller
to
clubs,
sell, but they have
it's
to think
easier
that
to
way.
bully smaller clubs. So
Because they need the
the
money.
money,
now.
yeah, the clubs are
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
need
To
to
be
give their
honest,
money.
they haven't been filling their stadium.
Yeah,
for
it
months
will all
and
work
months.
its way down.
So they need that money. It's gonna be interesting.
Very interesting. I don't think we'll see that many big transfers. I don't know what that means for United. I don't know.
But like Chelsea are getting busy. But I guess they had a plan. They saved up. Werner will be like 50, 60. That's our 100.
Is that not 2020?
It's
And
more
the
than
Sancho alone
like,
cost us 100 and
Yeah.
they want to
And
spend both
good,
of
like-
that. We haven't even spent anything. So like they're still going to be
27
on
points
the,
ahead.
they're still going to be on the higher end of transfers. Chelsea. I don't think most people are going to do business like that. Because it doesn't seem like they're done either.
No,
It's
no.
too early to be done.
Oh, you
Like,
mean
transfer
overall,
windows
you don't
stuff.
mean
Yeah,
basically-
overall Chelsea is like they're just going to spend their money like.
Because they didn't spend last season, right?
Yeah.
They had a transfer. They had a transfer.
Yeah, they had the ban.
I thought Roman was pulling out for a second there. I thought the window might be a bit tough for them. I thought Roman was. Because you know they're going after him.
They've been going outside for some
Speaking
time.
of windows, I wonder who
Yeah.
is City going to sign?
But it's really that they want Roman. What
What's
do you
the
guys think
team? That's
about?
what you should be thinking.
You're speaking of Roman. What do you guys think about the Saudis coming into Prem? The
What
Newcastle thing?
Newcastle.
Yeah.
So what is the like? What are they?
It's what's his name now? ABS or
Yeah.
the main one that was involved in the allegedly killed the journalist and just brought him riot or whatever.
Mohammed bin Salman.
Yeah, how do you feel about
ABS.
him owning a Premier League club? Like, should apparently be like,
That would be a big step.
Like, are you allowed to?
I can't see it happening. They make too many people too much money, so I cannot see it happening.
You can't
cannot see
see
it
The
happening.
Premier League saying
allowing.
no, not
They can't stop
allowing
it.
it.
You can't stop.
I
But
don't
like,
think-
where do you draw the line?
I don't
Who
think
can
they
own a
will.
Premier League
I don't
club?
think they will.
Anyone can own a Premier League
I
club.
think yeah.
So like, El Chapo could own a Premier League
No,
club.
Oh, no, but why is it going
They
to
will
be
responsible reason.
Okay, anyone
There are
that
technicalities, unfortunately. So, we all allegedly think he did something. That's when he did not do stuff before. Never been charged, never been tried. Somebody else has been
You have to
convicted
go to like
for it.
jail.
And also, yeah,
but you
Mike
can't
Ashley-
go to jail.
You can't be
You
alleged.
can't go to
And another thing
jail.
is,
for
Mike
it.
Ashley is a private businessman. So you can't tell him not to accept a bid for his company. I don't think there's much they can do if he's not convicted or anyway. That's part of something. Oh, no problem with that nigga.
That's what I know, man.
But what are we saying about Roman? Chelsea signing Roman. Yeah, will City be able to sign this one?
Will City be able to keep players? That is the
Exactly.
key thing.
Gypsy Juice.
Shout out. Will they be able to keep players? Like, is KDB staying? How does KDB? He's not younger.
KDB said something.
Aguero staying.
Yeah,
He's not getting younger.
Like they're not committed
Where are they going?
to it.
Why would they say?
Well, I think it depends on how long the ban is. If it's a 2-year ban,
Yes,
they might
ban, I
be.
forgot.
They get it down to 1 year.
And COVID as well, I forgot.
If they get the ban down to 1 year, I think they'll stay. Also, you also have to think who has money to pay for KDB now?
I think it's really hard buying players from
It's
City
hard,
that
though.
City don't want to sell.
Exactly.
Unless you're like in one of the last years of your contract.
And also, it's like whatever you offer Kevin De Bruyne at this stage in his career, like his value, whatever you offer him, Man City can and will match it.
Plus,
So-
and even if he wants to leave on a personal decision, they just don't need to accept any amount of money. Like they can charge you so much because
Yeah.
why not? They don't need
Yeah.
the money.
So,
Like it has to make financial sense.
I mean, they definitely need sign centre backs. They'll get a good centre.
Yeah, yes, centre back should be.
Like, no centre back
Who's
gets
getting
into Man
Man
City
City
because
back?
they're not in the Champions League.
Who's going to Koulibaly?
I like
Those
those
guys
guys
are
never
priced
price
like that out of the market, I think.
When is dealer? Guys need to. I wish football players,
I mean,
football like
28.
NBA players. I wish they like signed shorter deals, like took into account free agency. Like you hardly hear about football players leaving on free transfers. Like it's not really a thing, and I don't like it. Like
no, because NBA, I feel like there is an emphasis on making a profit in the NBA. Like you're not selling. So if footballer, like if you leave on a free,
yeah, but you can't, because all you can do is just say they can sell you to this team. I want to go to United. Well, I want to sign to Chelsea. I'll just won't sign a contract with Chelsea. So I'll wait for 1 year, won't sign a contract with Chelsea, play with you 1 year, and then leave and I'll go to United. So it's up to you.
Players.
I don't know why. I feel like you see a lot of stars that they sign. Yes, some, but that's usually. It's never just because I want to go. Like something happens, something triggers them leaving.
Cristiano just wanted to.
Oh my God, the biggest club in the world. Did he not sign his contract?
But when other players, Ousmane Dembele just wanted to go to Barca.
No, I feel like those are like next step ups. Like I want to see stars. Like so, essentially, you're leaving. Like how it is in the NBA. How you make your teams.
I think also because there's foreign markets here, I play here as well.
But why? That's just promotions. That's all that means.
Interesting.
I've always wondered that. Just sign a nice 2-year contract. So
NBA is just different financially. Salary.
I think the big reason is because people don't buy you.
Yeah,
like it's hard for me to justify paying ATM to your team to buy you and then come and sign 2-year contract. Are you insane?
Then you're not saying
so that's the only thing I can think of. But I've always thought that's really intrigued me. And I'd like to see somebody do it.
Also, we're shooting this Wednesday, so Arsenal City is in a couple hours. What do you guys think? It's a great one to come back to as well.
It's gonna be goals. I'll be very disappointed if there are goals. If we're looking back at our name, I'll be very irritated.
City might run riots.
You know, I'm looking at this
like
game
this,
now, and they don't have like the foreign leagues had. This is the Sheffield game. They don't have like things in the stands to represent fans.
Yeah.
Like you can tell it's empty. Oh, there are a few fans.
No, those are the subs.
Those are the subs.
Yeah, no, because I'm on the bench.
Interesting.
Social distancing.
But do they have? Is that crowd noise?
You're doing that on the pitch. Oh, that's a good point. Is that crowd noise?
Let's check.
Yeah.
Wow, the game without the atmosphere.
I like it.
Yeah, it's for me. I'm cool with it.
Like, it looks just like Perm.
The sound is exactly the same.
Yeah, for them it's cool. Yeah, but for me it's completely fine.
And I wasn't gonna fly there, so I'm good. Perm back.
Wait, if they score a goal, are they gonna do it?
Yeah, like they'll share, because that's what they're doing Bundesliga.
Yeah, only pumping.
But I wonder if you score a 90th minute goal. It
Just goes crazy, yeah.
just goes ape. So apparently
Just max it out.
Did they reach out to FIFA?
I heard that. I don't know what league it was.
Those are little touches. That will take it next level if it just goes
Reach out to FIFA to do what?
to help with the ground sound.
FIFA like the games.
Don't they just
sound.
have recording this? I guess we do.
Yeah, Canelo probably have a better idea of that than me. Or can they just pick up the sound from the matches that they filmed before?
Yeah, why not? We can do anything.
Interesting.
And then
It's a big game. Because United won.
They're both trying to get relegated.
Yeah, and
Oh, no,
Aston
Sheffield
Villa
are
won Europe, bro.
Yeah.
Aston Villa trying not to get relegated. Oh, fuck John Terry.
Is he?
He's an assistant manager. Oh,
I still was player manager.
That's really now.
No, so Terry was never a player. Was he player and assistant manager?
I don't know.
Like Terry trying to run that racket.
You know Terry is
Terry
on Chapel there. He's getting like just out at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Head honcho of the players union. It's just
Yeah, Villa going down will be peak, you know. That's when
yeah.
Bournemouth, I would hate for Bournemouth.
that would break my heart.
Yeah.
That would literally break my
I
heart.
don't know if Eddie Howe left.
Yeah. But this is how it happens, man. They always end up going. You can't write this forever. They always end up getting worked out. So yeah, now it's Bournemouth, Villa, and Norwich. Norwich started off well too with Pookie.
Yeah.
But he was scoring and then they're picking up points.
I just saw something about Colin Kaepernick.
And told the brother why he's happy his team still keeps because the package definitely fits the style of quarterback for the system we're going to be running. He hasn't spoken to Cap, but sounds like the free agent is on an emergency workout list. I'm not wondering if someone they don't play the anthem for the Premier League. I'm gonna say somebody notes in the Premier League about that. If what difference you think that would have been?
I feel like England is a lot more subtle. So I don't know if he would have been straight out, but like 3 years, 4 years would have now.
3 years, what?
3, 4 years would have now.
Oh, in 3, 4 years.
Yeah. I don't think that as
You won't
get
get
America.
Yeah.
Because America was straight, and it was Cap. Maybe one team would have signed him after he left because Cap was quite good. So maybe in a much smaller team, and then from there we'll just be out.
Dude, I can already imagine. I think we'd be surprised at how bad the English press will get.
I don't think I would have big him up.
I think they will. Yeah, they'll pile on the person.
I don't think I would be surprised.
And it's become they'll make it more about other things than that act. Like they just vilify him, like Balotelli thing. Everything he does,
like Sterling.
Yeah, it'll be like Sterling. Everything. So they'll be on his case so much, and if it's not as good as Sterling. Definitely no. Definitely knows the job.
Yeah.
And like Sterling hasn't done anything. Like, he hasn't really.
But that's the thing. Like we talk like Cameron this one.
Yeah.
He was radical.
He just knelt down during the anthem. Like it's only radical after the fact when you decide it's radical. But when you did it, it's a normal thing to do. They now decided. Do you get like?
What do you mean it's a normal thing to do?
Like to kneel during the anthem is not something. If someone told you that someone was going to kneel during the national anthem, it doesn't bring off your head immediately as offensive charge. It's just. But it's after like, when they now change the narrative that it's just working to the flag and the soldiers, this and that. They make it about that, then they make it about.
I don't know if that's
but
true.
the acting itself,
I think Americans are very weird. I think Americans are very weird about stuff like this, about like their national pride.
I agree.
So I don't think I feel like we don't understand what the act because at first he was sitting. At first he was sitting in the
and remember,
kneeling
is not disrespectful. So even if you want to form that you feel he wasn't sitting down smoking a joint during the anthem or talking to his friends or texting on his phone.
He wasn't standing on the flag.
Kneeling is what you do in church. It's not disrespectful in any way, shape or form. So and also he spoke to military people before.
Yeah,
and they told him that that's it. So it's not an offensive gesture in itself. So you decide.
Some military people say they fought for your right to kneel.
That nobody did. That's exactly right. It's your freedom to have your enough to do. No, America is. That's what it is. Yeah, but I do think you'd have been out the league.
You would have not.
In England. England they're just as bad. I'm not just as bad.
Your perception of it becomes like negative around you. Like even if you're not, even if you're better, you just look worse than. Yeah, you just look like bad guys. You just start getting more cards. Like everything.
And also because they're more subtle.
You live your you dive back, you go down. Like they're just going to be on you.
Now it's on.
The thing is, because they're more subtle, I feel like they'll also be more offended that you did something bold. It's like, you do things. So yes, you say it's sarcastic, you don't just jump on your faces with the facts like that. Are you mad? Who do you have for top 4? And do we think it will become a top 5 then? If the City ban holds, it's top 5 that actually matters. So, who do you have for top 5?
It's actually crazy that.
But it's.
Yeah, if it's top 5, you're not second it. I think the teams involved are. Obviously, Liverpool, City, Leicester, Chelsea.
I was about to say that.
I don't know.
How many points behind us, I suppose?
Spurs are 4 points behind you.
Oh my god. 3 points behind Chelsea, bro.
And no, but if we have a game behind us, Spurs, we have seen no more game.
Yes, no more game.
Oh my god.
So if they beat
us,
I forget you're playing them right now, Sha.
Wow.
I forget. I think United. I saw the thing recently on Sky Sports. You guys have the most stable runner in the league. Like your average position of the team you're playing against is the lowest in the whole 20 team league. The average position is 12.8.
But you know we struggle.
You do, yeah. But I mean the break and Pogba back.
Pogba and Bruno should be able
to Gallo is late now.
The thing is, our game is so heavily reliant on the counter.
Yeah.
We need those.
But now
we don't have other ways.
So yeah, to be honest.
But
based on United
are good enough. I feel like they can have that
extra.
Yeah,
I expect them to as well. But
and I feel it's just the I don't like the balance, but I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if United get Chelsea.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get Chelsea.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get Chelsea. 3.
I think we get top 4.
Like, this Chelsea side.
If Pogba and Rashford are back playing well, for some reason I want to take Arteta seriously.
It's the
No,
aesthetics.
for what, top 4?
No, just as a manager.
No,
Just as a manager, like I don't think he'll be like.
Terrible.
I don't expect him to get dicked on the way other by Arsenal. Like,
Do you think?
I don't think he'll
Come on,
get dicked
Lampard.
on, but I feel he's not going to do well enough that they're going to be happy for. Like, they want
Yeah,
top
they
4.
still don't
Top
have
4 is very competitive right now. I don't know if I
Yeah.
can say it's good enough to.
They won't even support
I
him.
don't know.
Yeah, they will.
And Oba is
Exactly.
yeah, then-
Anything isn't good enough. So,
So I
once
wouldn't
that
blame
doesn't
him,
happen,
bro.
they're going to hit him and chase him out. So, anyway, what's all the time.
I feel like they're giving him a better.
I feel like they
can
give
get
him,
better
yeah.
anyway. Because you have
They
to
have more
these
patience
things.
in Emery and
Because
he
you
knows
don't
what
really
he-
like-
and the Arsenal fans.
Yeah, but the thing is, they have
I get to the point where they also knew
They've
they
accepted
realized
it,
what's
yeah.
going on. Like there's no bad, you can't force
This is
somebody.
becoming who we are.
Come on.
Yeah, I guess they have to accept that.
So now that's
So
the
they will put pressure on management to sign for him if he does well enough that
I
they
guess.
can be like, let's back this guy.
Yeah, you'll find an asking good to be
You'll find
one of
That's
them.
it.
Yeah, that's the banner that will fly.
Don't section this time, man.
Champions League coming back.
Very soon.
Who do you have?
Atletico.
Yo. I don't know. I haven't considered that.
Yeah.
The way they've beaten Liverpool didn't give them
And
so
just,
much confidence.
I feel like the way it works, like Atletico has had people that can, because of what it's in like
this.
August, I think it comes back August 7th and the finals August 23rd. Like it's just so concentrated, they can just write down like 3 games, play good and just.
I also feel like I don't know, maybe I'm being
Firepower.
optimistic, but I feel like Messi after a break in the short window.
Bro, did you watch? Have you seen Barca? Did you watch them play?
Yesterday, I didn't watch all of yesterday. I watched the first one. I didn't write first.
Griezmann is awful.
For guys, is still coming back.
Griezmann is-
Griezmann is
All he does is try to work out and defend Messi. He's always over tracking back. Like he's like off the left back just to make a telling good job.
You know when you go for the team where you're like main man, last one out, the turn over, relying on you. See the guy that's just trying to be like,
the one about
I didn't lose the
But wait,
ball,
then Billy is still, but he's done for the season.
I think he's done a Barca.
They're looking at there are people saying
Look at him,
Partey is
man.
better than
Yeah, Partey.
Griezmann.
They
They want
really
Partey.
Griezmann. Barca have done some awful business. It's
That's
actually embarrassing.
I don't know LeBron.
Malcolm was
Messi just
there.
wasting their primes.
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting.
That is-
This is the last of Messi's prime. What the hell is this?
Yeah, my chance is wide open now, and I'd like to see.
You play
I want to see
one
Billy
nil
down.
down.
Yeah, there's
Oh, only one.
I think so. Against
Oh,
Lyon.
okay, they will go through. Yeah, I think it was one. They will go through. I expect that.
PSG. I'd like to see Neymar stay still and go far.
Neymar did well against Dortmund. Who am I doing?
Ronaldo succeeded. Yeah, how about what about it?
Pep?
That would be
It's wide open.
if Pep wins champs.
That's
No one champion by Mourinho ever again.
Yeah, it would be tough.
They should have Mourinho again.
Right.
They should
Why?
have.
Did Mourinho do what? So the same chance that Mourinho didn't impossible because he's
Except
finally won
okay,
after
yeah. So
so
if I think
many
that
times.
plus the
Why?
league every single basically every single year.
No,
Basically
like,
every year,
if you
I'm
reach chance,
serious.
it will be prospering, but don't tell me don't hear about Mourinho.
Yeah,
Like,
Mourinho,
but no, sorry.
You still haven't done anything with you.
What do you mean?
Well,
Okay, yeah,
okay.
but his what do you call it? His
You have won more
consistency,
Champions League
his
now.
level of consistency.
So yeah,
of
stay
being
good
your
for
man.
longer.
He bought.
Like Mourinho has had really low lows.
I think he stayed
really
good.
low lows.
I think
Like really low lows, bro. I
he
don't
stayed
think
good for
that's-
longer based on circumstance.
Uh,
Or this,
You have to
maybe
give
not
him a
based,
lot,
maybe
bro.
not fully on circumstance, but like a lot of that is like there's context. He
Yeah,
went
for
to
sure there's
Bayern,
context.
like
But
Barcelona,
let's
then
not.
he went to Man City. Like
Put Mourinho that.
Mourinho
Mourinho,
that's fraud.
but they
Mourinho
went
went
to
to
now.
Brooklyn. He went to
now.
Brooklyn United
Now.
to fix
Yeah,
United.
but how did he get to the Brooklyn Nets?
What do you
He
mean?
told that Chelsea again.
Yeah.
Like, it was
He did that
running out
Chelsea
of
twice.
jobs.
He
Yeah.
did that Madrid.
Yeah, it was running out of jobs.
But I mean, the Chelsea second is done, but like he won a league that season.
I think we'll say enough for Pep.
They'll say
It
enough.
might elevate Pep.
It will be big for Pep. It will be.
And the City's first
I wonder how that's
and
been.
it's like
Yeah,
it's like
that- there's so
confirming
many
City
things.
as like one of the league. Because if they have one chance, this would be like okay, and there's nothing we haven't done. Like what do you want to have? So we want back to back.
No, it's
Like,
big.
It's big for them.
Like
But can they do it?
that was the question. Then what 2-1 up against Madrid with 2 away goals.
I forgot that fixture, you know.
The 2-1 up,
Chelsea.
and he benched Aguero.
Wow.
He benched Aguero.
Yes.
That guy is insane. Like, sometimes I hate him. Sometimes I hate him.
Most of the time I hate Pep.
No, what?
Cannot stand
He's
that.
a genius. I don't think I can love football and not love Pep. It's like Messi to me.
He has no respect for
It's like the
the
Messi of.
He has no respect for
It's like the
the
Messi of managers.
He's been different.
I mean, yes, so people are
I can't
different.
love football and not love Cristiano.
I don't. I mean, he doesn't like that people. That's how easy. No, it's because there's somebody clearly better. That's why. Because there's someone that's clearly better. So I do love Ronaldo, just not in comparison with Messi.
I used to. I appreciate it.
I'm thankful for him driving Messi to these standards. That's one of the best things we could have done for him. I'm winning champs. I'm winning the champs.
Why did Ronaldo go push back? I don't know.
His market is too big. And
It's like the Jordan thing. Like everybody buys CR7s, everybody follows
he
their
doesn't care enough
lives.
to lose those followers. So
Yeah.
why would
That's actually what it is.
He's not going to sacrifice it for. He doesn't care.
Black guys don't
Sacrifice
matter
it
enough.
for- Yeah, it's not in his.
Yeah, not to him, sure.
Like it is. That's like that's
He
not
been telling
acceptable
people
for what
who
it
he is.
is.
I'm glad people have seen. He has been telling you who he is from time.
But I mean, you could tell. Yeah, he has selfish personality. I see it in the way.
This is no shock to anybody.
I see it in the way.
This is no shock to anybody.
Like you know, Messi cares about that. He needs to go.
Moving on.
this conversation.
I have to just finish it out.
I put up this here.
That's close, though. That's really close.
Is it?
Yeah. Lazio could do it.
Oh, it's Lazio.
Lazio could do it.
I thought
It's
Inter is
the
knockout.
Express,
Of course, they won't have this.
I feel like Inter done.
Yeah, I think Inter are done. I like 2 points. So,
Oh, it's a point.
1 point.
So,
Same
It's
number of
a
games.
point.
We live.
Whoa, and Lazio's form is
Ronaldo's
deep.
gonna do what
Last year,
Ronaldo
haven't
does.
lost in 6
What is
games.
Ronaldo?
These guys have dropped 2 points in 6 games. Yeah, Ronaldo's but
Don't force me to defend Ronaldo. Go. No.
I look like keeping my bottle.
How did Lazio do this? And this is poor from
Immobile.
Inter, because I looked at this not too long
Immobile
ago.
every weekend.
Yeah, Immobile
But you know
is wild.
anything? When anything,
He's
I
whining
told
for a minute.
guys when the pressure is on, Lukaku will cool off. I told guys.
No.
They were hyping. When the pressure is on, Lukaku will cool off. So
I hate to see him, man.
you did.
These are fans, though. We saw it.
Yeah.
Everyone knows it deep down.
So how many points behind are they now?
9 points behind.
They're what?
9 points down.
So now-
Wait, they have a game behind. They have a game behind. So it can be 6. Yeah.
Even then.
But because
That's a goal. Look at that.
That's a goal.
That's a
now.
goal.
Maybe they called it foul.
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
So
Rest
goal
of
line
that-
take goal.
That's a goal.
That's a goal.
That's a goal.
No, it's the goal line.
They're
take
probably
goal.
saying he pushed him in.
No, but they didn't give a free kick.
Because he had advantage. I mean,
Who even is
let's
this
see if
man?
anybody's talking about it.
Interesting.
That was very
He
interesting.
never charges watch. They say I should charge his watch. Oh yeah, nobody knows why they didn't give that one.
Yeah, it was a new.
Even the machines, they haven't set them back up properly.
So,
Match fitness.
why was it Ronaldo losing
This
this
is
idea?
the
I'm just curious.
What did he do?
This
area?
This area. And doesn't win Champions League.
I think it's
That's not good enough.
The only thing about Ronaldo and Juve, no, like the only thing that matters about Ronaldo and Juve is whether he wins Champions League.
But doesn't the fact that he can't win the league, doesn't that mean
He
something?
won the league last season already. Now, which one is can't win the league? He can win the league with Juve. If they don't win it 1 year, it's whatever.
That's a big deal. Yeah, Ronaldo is
Yeah,
there.
I mean,
That's a big deal.
Yeah, he was there. He was there last year.
Yeah, I know, but like, I feel like if you have Ronaldo, if you add Ronaldo to Juve, it's
I understand they should keep
You're
winning.
losing leagues to Immobile, man.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
If you add Ronaldo to
that's
Juve,
what Immobile almost
I
right.
mean, so,
But he's
There you go.
I said if. I said if.
okay. I mean, yeah.
Don't
If he doesn't win, it's a bit of
It's a big
no.
deal.
It's a bad deal
Especially
for
if they don't win
sure.
champs as well.
But okay, my
That
point
is-
is
How about
you
if they win
wouldn't be
They win zero
relevant.
So yeah,
trophies
Napoli.
this year. How about if they win 0 trophies this year? Nothing doing anything.
See, let me tell
If
you.
Messi ends go 1 year without winning a trophy,
Can I make this point? Can I make
And
it?
then the trophy was.
No.
Trophies was.
Let's say what I'm trying to say. You just be talking
Well,
since Ronaldo's game come up, but you haven't stopped.
Immobile
since for
scores
1
4
second.
goals.
So that is look. If Ronaldo doesn't win the league or the Champions League, obviously it's bad. But I'm saying winning the league, him winning the league and Juve doesn't add anything. It's almost irrelevant. Not winning is you didn't win.
Yeah,
But the whole point of Ronaldo being at Juve is, are you going to win the Champions League there or not? If he doesn't win the league, you guys will make it a huge deal. Nobody cares.
No, let him league and he wins champions.
Yeah, we're free.
Okay, I know. But if he doesn't win
that's the issue. Like, my point is, Ronaldo winning the league at Juve is not a big deal because everybody expects
Exactly.
him to win. So when he doesn't win the league,
I understand it's a big deal.
It's
But
a
okay,
big deal.
okay. But okay, put it like this. What will it say about the larger picture? What's the conclusion to give? Do you get like you can't use it to say it's not clutch.
clutch.
You can't say well he's one league with Juve too. So you
It
can't use it to say you can't use it to say you can't use it to say he can't win leagues because he does win leagues. He's one
No, but I can use it to
You can't use it to
I can use it to
that's
say
the
that we didn't give the rest of the Madrid squad enough credit.
Yes, thank
That's
you.
what I'm using to
I
say.
mean, and when they now win nothing without him, we'll know that it works both ways. Okay, so it won't matter when
But they lost
nothing
the
without him.
league. They lost the league without him.
And they want to win
They lost the league without.
But at least they're winning
And now they
champs.
want to
Watch
win
them
without
win
him.
champs and not win league without him. Then what?
No, but now they can win league this year.
They won league.
They're really going for the league.
Why, last year they won nothing without him.
Imagine my
Why didn't you?
That was in there now. It's actually
That was in there.
Okay, so that is here this year. Let's see what they have.
And they don't win league.
It's like they win
I'm tired of
Ronaldo.
this Ronaldo agenda against me.
That's why low key. I don't mind it.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's
a
just-
joke.
I don't like Madrid. I don't like Madrid.
Can we go to this
I thought about that off. Oh, sorry, we're done.
I'm watching you, bro. I have
This is a bit of banter.
Football's back, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to know. It was on my mind lately. I
We're
just
talking about still different leagues.
Your guys still going to choke the champs again, like in
Ah, okay, so we're back now.
still going to choke like the rules, like that's the annoying part. I think you try to wave white flag with this guy, say you won't drag again, they'll never let you go. You guys still going to choke again.
First of all, how can you
Watch.
watch a team that has
Going
going
to
to
choke.
break with competing
Oh,
with
stop
the lineup,
naming
and you're telling
names.
me
He's
that
going to
the team that will win the champs? Are you
They
kidding
didn't
me?
get considered because of him, man.
Bro,
Yeah,
but he will still choke, sha.
But he will-
The break rate and co will carry him to Anfield or Roma, you shall reach there and choke.
So choking is 2 goals in.
Choking is not showing up in the game that matters. It's not showing up in the knockout game. That's choking.
It
Yeah.
show it.
No.
It's
Choking is not showing up when it matters. That's literally.
in a 2-legged tie and he scored 2.
Right.
Like he gave you
No, but I said just like
what
normal.
for him.
No, what I want from him is the way you always score. Today that we are Anfield, that it's harder to score. Score again today. And you always
And then
show.
give you a 3-0 lead.
And the second leg he was one goal.
Don't throw away.
Liverpool has scored 4. Oga, greatest player of all time. He was one goal. And he won.
No, but
Every time, you know, it was.
it's Liverpool, you know.
And Roma, who the fuck are Roma? Who the fuck are Roma? He failed there too. Manolas was becoming the god on his head. Can you imagine? I've never heard of Manolas after he became a god on Messi's head. Always choking. God damn.
Don't talk about when
The
Ronaldo.
same Anfield.
We'll talk about when
The
Ronaldo
same
and Messi play
Anfield.
champs against each other.
The
Don't
same
talk about that.
Anfield.
Which one?
But Ronaldo doesn't choke.
Which one at a time?
I don't know. Maybe time now.
This,
Don't talk about the first time.
see-
Let's talk about the second time.
See, Morata came to Anfield. Morata said, I'm here. Your guy is sleeping. Saying it's too loud for him. Get out. They showed him
That
at
was
halftime.
different.
They showed him at halftime. He couldn't say a word. He was there,
That was
shaking in
different.
the dressing room. We saw him shaking, afraid.
Someone has
Come on!
classical.
Yeah, they shout. Anfield is different now. Anfield is different, you know now. He had those shouts last year and he was
Yeah,
shaking.
bro.
At least he cares about black people.
Exactly how a black people, but it's just not clutch. That's all. He's a joker. He hasn't been clutch in almost 10 years.
I'm surprised if Messi has more goals in finals than Ronaldo.
That's the business. You can, you know, Messi they start balance now. You have one World Cup
Your
and
party
Copa del
starts
Rey.
in finals
Final.
now.
Final, pass final.
Your party starts in finals now. Where Ronaldo and Messi played against champs? Where's Ronaldo, bro?
Who is more clutch, Ronaldo or Messi? That's what I'm talking about.
Where Ronaldo and
Who
Messi?
is more
Why can't
clutch?
Ronaldo beat Messi?
Who is more
Why can't
clutch?
Ronaldo beat Messi?
To what?
In anything.
He's beating him.
He can't beat him in the league.
In any-
What
He's
is
beating him
he
in the league twice. Why you say he can't beat him to the
Twice in
league?
like 7.
Okay, but you said he can't. So
Okay.
lying. You're capping.
Why-
He
why-
beat him
why-
to the league twice. He beat him in the Copa del Rey final. He's beating him
He
before.
wasn't. He didn't play that Copa del Rey final. Did he?
Messi.
No.
Of course he
Ronaldo.
did.
Ronaldo was on the bench when Bill saved
No,
him.
before that, Ronaldo beat him the header 1-0. Check your history. Beat him twice now.
So who said to it better? Who said to it
I don't know,
better?
check. Probably
No,
not.
what was understand?
No, my point is
But
Messi is
Messi-
the choker and Ronaldo is the clutchest. That's my own
Yeah,
point.
Ronaldo's clutches now.
okay.
Ronaldo's
No,
clutches.
but I feel like we need to.
When can we go back to that
like
episode? Because I actually started to say I don't want to back Ronaldo again. But you guys are forced to say that way.
This Messi took and Ronaldo's club, as in
It's
was Messi not losing? Was Ronaldo not losing?
Ronaldo
And that
is-
before his window was starting.
Ronaldo has never lost.
Winning.
Ronaldo has never lost in a way that he goes in 3-0 up and they now score 4 on his head and he doesn't come. But people lose matches now. I don't expect him to have a CV without.
Come and say Choka
3-0 up, and then he can't collect 4 and he don't score. World Cup finals, 2 Copa finals, World Cup.
So you think he goes to World Cup and let Messi beat you?
World Cup.
You don't know
what do you say? What do you say? Go to World Cup final, let Messi beat you. And they won Euros, right? But Ronaldo didn't play Euros final, didn't play 2 Euros finals and a World Cup final and lose. That's my own.
Because he didn't get there.
Yeah.
And that matters.
Ronaldo has been to Euros finals.
He hasn't been to World
Ronaldo
Cup.
has been to Euros finals.
Exactly.
Ronaldo, Messi carried a worse team to higher end.
Yeah, the 2
But they didn't win and he now
The
looking
two
for it. I've never
Copa
understood that.
Libertadores finals to Alexis Sanchez 2. 2.
On penalties.
They were not both on penalties.
Mate, his manager
But
was
two.
doing cocaine. Are you kidding me? His manager was doing cocaine.
Manolas against Manolas. Against Manolas, who was doing cocaine? Who was doing cocaine against Manolas? Who was doing cocaine at Anfield? Did you see your boy? Your boy, the guy was having an acid trip. Your boy was in like this. He could not believe how loud it was. It's like I never played there before. Wait, is that the first time Barca played the ball in the Messi era? It's like I've never been there before. It was just like this.
But I know, don't come to Anfield, don't bring any of your boys to
Anfield. Roman, God. Thank you.
So they forget us to act as if just because
You know that World final against Greece.
the top of our top.
You know that the final against Greece. When Ronaldo went there, when Portugal went there, home nation. When Portugal went there, home nation against
the
Cristiano Ronaldo met Messi in a Champions League final.
The Cristiano they're talking about was 18, and Luis Figo was the top 5 player.
When they met Messi, when they met Champions League final, when they met in semi-final, what happened? Can you say
You've been talking about the world arguments when this comes.
What happened there?
Have you seen that Barca team?
What?
The greatest club side of all time. Yeah, he lost to them.
Okay, Papa.
The greatest club side of all time. Okay, one.
If you go to OA,
I'm giving you 5 situations.
When Messi and Ronaldo met, every time they semi-final,
yes.
I don't know the ball so much.
When Ronaldo meets Messi, I'm very
First of all, let me tell you why. Can I talk? Let me tell you why you can't say when Ronaldo meets Messi. Is there one last thing?
I don't think.
Upcoming fixture. Okay, United predictions for the games.
Yeah, but we can run. Let's see what the fixture and see if there's any other interesting one.
Everton Liverpool.
Yeah, who is there?
Okay, so let's do our predictions for the big
Watford,
fixtures this weekend.
Leicester.
Who do you have for tonight's game? Arsenal
It's
City.
up until Sunday's game. We don't care about it. Okay. There's only Arsenal, City, Tottenham, United, Liverpool, Everton. Yeah.
So 3 big games this weekend. Who do you have? City, Arsenal first.
City. I was looking at this Arsenal and looking at both lineups was kind of weird, but I saw the City.
City for me.
Yeah.
City comfortably for me.
Yeah, same.
United Spurs.
I was very
Kane and
United,
Son
and
back.
then Chelsea shook me up when I got here. Just see how many Kane is back, and wow, Kane is back. This is Jose territory. He's already playing mind games, saying all he's at his depth, like.
You said that?
Yeah, guys. I'm here. Why did
What a lad.
Spurs come back.
I don't know, man. This is a classic Jose spoiler. This is his
So what are you getting?
rock.
And it's
United 2-1.
they're at home.
United 2-1.
So United 2-1.
Yeah, that's about the way still. That's just on my half.
United's record
Honestly, got my
against
head
the
right
top sides has been good. Yeah, I'll go United. I'm not going to play scoreline to it, but I'll go United.
Liverpool Everton. Liverpool
What do you have?
United Spurs.
Yeah.
United 2-1.
Liverpool Everton? I could go ugly.
Liverpool for them.
Yeah, something to say.
Respect to match Ancelotti. They've turned around. Like since he's
Liverpool
come,
3-0.
only United and Liverpool have taken more points since Ancelotti's coming. Calvin Lewis scored like 8 goals in 11 matches. I didn't know the stats, but I'm gonna deck them. And I'm thinking they might score like this. Our defense isn't that solid behind closed doors, and maybe 3-1. They're home. 3-1 to us. And yeah, we don't even score that much. We're going like 3-1.
Yeah, but I feel like you'll be ginger based on 2 games.
Based on coming back and 2 games.
all that.
I'll say 3-1. But yeah, Liverpool obviously. Like, shouldn't have everything beaten us.
That's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in, guys. More episodes coming soon. No more layoffs. Good to be back. So,
Bye, guys.
Safe.
Right, nice.